Hello, Taurus. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing very, very well. Taurus, let's see what your energy is like right now. Remember that this reading is general. Take what resonates with you and don't dismiss the message. But it does apply to all those who have their sun, rising sign, moon, or Venus in Taurus. Taurus, if you need a personal consultation with me, you can write to the email shown on the screen, and I will send you all the information you need. Attention! 3 phone lines are now active for Argentina, Spain, and the rest of the world, where you will be able to contact a tarot team 24 hours a day. You will be able to communicate with my team of tarot readers who will be answering all your questions instantly. We are going to channel a message for Taurus right now. Taurus, do you have the Lovers here? We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords, the Lovers, and here comes the Magician. All right? But actually, Taurus, you are about to make a decision. I see a lot of mental energy, like a change in thinking, a change in perspective, ideas that you have for a project or for your work. You're about to start creating something new and already have the idea. It could be that you've been thinking about it, analyzing it for some time, those changes that you want to make in your work. But you already have the idea. You have the vision. All that was missing was deciding when to carry it out. Because I feel that before making this decision, you were, or maybe you still are, a bit undecided. Watch out for mental distraction. Like saying, well, I have to choose something. I have to choose an option, choose a career, choose a project, choose an idea for my work, and I still haven't decided. I still haven't gotten organized. I feel that's why I say maybe for a moment there is some uncertainty or some insecurity when it comes to making this decision, but we have to see where this insecurity comes from. Maybe sometimes this is fear of moving forward with an idea, fear of committing to an idea, to something you've never experienced before. Will this idea be accepted? Will this project be accepted? How will it go for me? How will it go if I invest in all of this? I don't want to lose. I don't want to. I don't want things to go badly for me. I want things to go well. So that's when you realize that your mind creates your reality, and it's important to focus on that energy, right? Here, the important thing is, beyond what your mind might tell you, if there's insecurity about taking a chance on something new, a new job, a new project, a new career, trust in your potential. Trust in what you know. I feel like you have a lot of magic. You have a lot of personal power, and Taurus, it's time to own it as such. Start taking your place of power. Start tapping into that creativity you have. That visionary power. So those ideas don't just keep spinning around in your head. Instead, that's it. That's enough. I'm going to execute them. I'm going to launch them. I have a big project in mind, a great strategy. I know how to do it. I've analyzed and considered it. And the vision is really accurate. So I feel like you're at a moment where you're about to take control, to assume your power and pour it into a very important professional project. And this could mark a turning point, like having overcome insecurity, fear, and worrying about what others will say, right? All of this is what's being left behind. Getting out of indecision and starting to make choices. Choosing what you want, not necessarily what others want for you. Okay? So it's about aligning yourself with that, with your power to decide, to stop doubting yourself, your potential, and your abilities. Because remember, to believe is to create. If you believe in yourselves, you transform. You take on the role of the magician, and there you'll be able to create. Let's see what else we have. Let's see where this reading is going. Tradition. The same thing could be happening. I've felt it. I've felt it very strongly in your work life. But it should be clarified that this could also apply to your love life or relationships. Like investing in a relationship, making that decision to commit to someone, letting go of those fears or insecurities, the fear of commitment. Will I be accepted or not? What if this person leaves me one day? So those thoughts that go around in your mind are the thoughts that get left behind. Trust yourself. Trust in your creative potential. Let's see what else we have, Taurus. Energy. General and available. You have the Knight of Pentacles here. It could be representing you very well. The Knight of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords. Queen of Swords. Well, this is very good because I feel like there's a Taurus here. I feel that this Knight of Pentacles is clearly representing a person with an earth sign. And it's clearly representing you, Taurus, with your solid, responsible, and stable personality. I feel that you are moving forward. Because what we see here is that drive, that strength, that intensity to break through the limits of your mind. Limits of your mind, letting go of old ways of thinking. That's why, Taurus, you're starting to see yourself, life, your plans, and the future differently. I see that you are maturing a lot mentally, right? This is like starting to come into your own authority through your vision. Being able to choose from a higher place, seeing things from a much higher place. And that's when, right, you make those decisions. It's just that I feel like you're at a point where your character is also getting much stronger, where you're daring to do things that at other times you never would have done because there was shame, because there was fear, because there was shyness, inhibition, because there was insecurity, because you felt vulnerable at times. And now not anymore. Now there's a fire that has awakened inside you. That is allowing you to align with your true self. And if there's something you need to say, something you need to express, you're going to do it. And you're going to communicate it. And you're going to decide based on that energy, based on that vibration. So you're at a moment where you're facing what at some point has caused doubts in your mind. A Taurus who now faces uncertainty and doesn't allow that uncertainty to distract him. It's like saying, I'm not going to let myself be carried away by these thoughts, by these beliefs anymore, because they belong to my past. It has nothing to do with this new version of Taurus, a bolder Taurus, who goes for what carries weight, what has real value, who commits, who steps out of the familiar, who faces. So those little limits or those restrictions, that in your mind, that didn't allow you to act in a certain way or move forward with your work or move forward in a relationship in a particular way. These are the limits that are being broken, that are being overcome. So I feel that the confusion is being left behind. The outlook is becoming much clearer. And everything related to those ideas that one had clung to, had gotten tangled up in, those thoughts like, I can't get out of this, I can't get out of this. That's what's being left behind. I sense a free Taurus now. A Taurus that's come out of a cage, or rather a fence. No, a fence that was there kind of limiting you for your expansion and for your growth. Taurus, I feel like we're going to mix that drink again here. To mix drinks. Big decisions are also coming up at work these days. No. Maybe you'll try some new technique in your project, some new product. You'll try something new. There could also be something about new staff at work, a project, like a partnership, working with someone. Creating a project with someone, that's also possible. Taurus, general and available energy. Let's see what else we have. Here we have the Page of Swords. Here we have Death. And here we have the Knight of Cups, the Tower. All right? Quite a lot of changes. There are also changes here that are having a big impact. It could be your connections, relationships, friendships, or romantic relationships. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, but it could be affecting you, right? This has to do with the way you express your feelings and emotions to others. Although there is going to be a change here. I can feel this change because of all we've seen. I feel, Taurus, that it's emotionally, especially in your relationships, it's like you're going to be either opening up or expressing yourself in a more natural way, right? Like, this is what I feel, and I'm not going to limit it. I'm not going to limit my feelings. I'm not going to limit my emotions. Instead, I'm going to express them. I'm going to tell that person how I feel. So that's why I see that you're breaking down the structures your life was built on. Leaving that enclosure, stepping out of that limiting comfort zone. Taurus, I feel like you're going to have a big personal revelation. You're going to be receiving a lot of information. And it's that information that makes you realize the changes that are coming, the transformation you're going through right now, and the shift into a new cycle. From that past you're leaving behind. What is it that's coming to an end? What's being left behind, Taurus? Fear, insecurity, the feeling of vulnerability, rejection. If you've had this in your past, this is what ends. What's coming to an end? And it starts to look like a Taurus who begins to move in a way that maybe at first can be a bit erratic. Because it's like you're trying something new, working up the courage. Let's see, I'm going to work up the courage to do this. I'm going to work up the courage to act that way. I'm going to work up the courage to say that. To leave what's familiar, to break the pattern. Because an inner fire and intensity are driving you to break away from everything you know. So this leads you to start expressing yourself emotionally in different ways. With your friends, with your family, you start relating in a different way. This is also about, that's why I say, breaking out of a routine in your relationships and starting to relate from a different place or expressing these feelings. It can also be with your partner to also start enjoying new things. To enjoy different experiences, okay? A good time as well. I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of new ideas when it comes to your work. Study them, analyze them, process them, research them. Seems like market research is happening there. See what's most convenient and choose something. And then make a decision about what you want to move forward with. What you want to execute. Okay? All right? I've really liked this, Taurus. Taurus, let's get to your guidance. Oracle. Let's see what we have. Taurus, do you guys have the bird over there? Woodpecker. It tells you the woodpecker is a social creature and is considered a symbol of companionship and spiritual support. Its appearance indicates that it's a good time to team up with someone on a personal, work, or academic project. It asks you to turn to love and romance. Woodpeckers are very devoted to their partners. This wise animal foretells good news at work. If you know how to be disciplined and hardworking. Dear Taurus, this is what we have seen for all of you. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you here next time.